All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another, what I hope to be a fine broadcast of the RTS League Hybrid Cup. We have advanced through all the way to the semifinals. It feels like it's been forever that I've been casting these games, but we're almost there. We've got these semifinals, the other set of semifinals, which have not yet played, and then we'll have the finals and maybe even the games for third place. But we'll see. So it's getting late, 9:15, and this is, as it says on the screen, a best of 5. So we could end up with 5 games tonight, and on one hand, I want it to be 5 games because that would be awesome. On the other hand, I don't, because that would mean I'd probably be up really, really late. But if it goes too late, I guess we get a couple marathon early games. Maybe I'll cut it short and only do 2 or 3 tonight. But I'll try to get through all of them. But for the sake of time, we are just going to step right in. And actually, we aren't, because Camden is wandering around. So I'm going to have to put him back to bed. What do you need? He needs to go pee. So just give me a second and I'll move this a little bit and we will just get ready to go in just a second. All right, can you go to the bathroom? Okay. Oh my goodness. Getting kids to sleep is something else, I'll tell you. Okay, I need to man, this is so ridiculous. Scene 2 game. Alright. I always have to switch between my screens to get it to work. Okay, so give me a second, well, a minute, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, it amazes me how kids can always have energy, never runs out. If I could only be a kid again, that would be awesome. Anyway, make sure we got everything going. Okay, actually, you know what? It would probably be beneficial if I were to move the games over from my downloads to and just because there's 5 games there does not mean they're necessarily 5 games, but there could be. I guess we have to do that. Hey, what's up, Blossom Goose? Okay, alrighty. Now we should be good to go. Finally figured out how to add you on as a friend on the Fortnite. For some reason, I didn't get any friend requests for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, and all of a sudden I had 6 of them, mostly from noobs. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. We are moving into game 1 of the semifinals. If I can find them here. UCA versus DoD, game 1. No, this is not. This is this. I just answered right before you typed that, probably. Semifinals. So here we go. What is this? Alrighty. We have Mediterranean. And we have Triple Zeus on the UCA side. So Domitas is Zeus. Natrius is Zeus. And I Kill You Die is Zeus. And on the top we have Triple Kronos. We have Brickhead is Kronos. We have Shelty is Kronos. And we have Fox as Kronos. So 3 Kronos versus 3 Zeus. So they see the Zeus and they didn't want to go non-Atlantean because the Zeus could just bolt another player, like the starting 3 villagers, which is rough. It basically puts you out of the game. So they're Atlantean, so their villagers can't get bolted. They're also Kronos because Kronos can time shift docks, which can really be a pain. So you can slow down advance time, and then it can also result in slower boat production because they will deconstruct docks. And Atlantean boats, while weaker, are also faster, so it becomes important that the DoD clan can get in triples and doubles on the water and take advantage of that extra speed. But very interesting, Triple Zeus and Triple Kronos. This is not a matchup you see very often. No, Atlantean citizens cannot be bolted, mainly because they count as 3 essentially of other civs, so they can't be bolted because that would be, I mean, you just bolt 1 would be gigantic. This guy is rushing his house. He is housed right now, a little bit slow to get his house built, and it looks like, well, I guess I have to get to here. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. So one thing to look at is when we look at late games, how many town centers are in water range, and it looks like 1, 2 are in range of the water. As far as range, I mean siege ship range. So just 2, and both of them are actually UCA's town centers. Oh man, you're no noob. That's good. That is good. Okay, we get the second dock. Well, actually, this is his first dock because he got deconstructed. It might almost be beneficial to deconstruct it again right away so that he can't. In fact, I hope to see another deconstruct as soon as this gets done. Deconstruct. See, I would have deconstructed the same dock 3 times and completely slowed down this guy's advance. See, this is too slow. The deconstructed is too slow, which allowed them to continue to fish and drop off again. Should have done it right away. So they are all advancing down here. Dang it, I hate it that I have my rotate on. And they will probably shift all of their temples, maybe. Problem is they don't get a free Prometheon, so they can't really kill docks right away. But yeah, should have been a little faster on that. It is interesting, like the Greeks really won't have much to bolt. Like maybe they could bolt a war boat. So He's up 20, he's up a little faster, and yes, so it looks like Sheltie is the fastest to advance. And the Greeks are not yet even advancing. So we do see the forward temples all being shifted. I think this is in line of sight. Yes, it is. This one is, but I probably would have assumed that this guy's getting bolted, or not bolted, this guy will be getting rushed. So they're gonna, you're gonna see, well, see, but I would deconstruct it right away so that the boats can't drop off. That's what I would do. But yeah, we're seeing the 3 oracles down here to be used for valor. So there's 1 valor. So they're just doing this to try to keep Delmentats completely off of land. The one bad thing though when you use your forward, so he doesn't get free Prometheon, and okay, we've bolted an oracle. And they're just going to deconstruct this, which you might as well. And yeah, so they need to make sure this guy doesn't get another... Ooh, he's going to try to dock this or wall this off. But I think he's too slow. He doesn't get a free Prometheon because in the hybrid patch... fail. This mimics the original Age of Mythology rules, which they did not get free Prometheons or free myth units at all. So we are seeing a boat push while a simultaneous land push. Actually, probably a mistake that all 3 of UCA went restoration. They probably should have done 1 with ceasefire, because you should have assumed that purple or 1 guy, either purple or teal, would get heavy pushed on land, and this is completely pushing him off of water. So they should have done a ceasefire or advanced with Hermes to get a ceasefire so that purple could get on water. Because what's the point of having 3 restorations when 1 guy's not even able to build on water? This is the danger when you face 3 Chronos. It's just tough to build docks. I mean, even at this point he gets a dock. I mean, it's a 3v2 on the water for so long. I mean, look how far back yellow is pushed. And they're killing his docks too. I would think you'd want to... They should have gotten a little more line of sight down here. It's not the end of the world though. I mean, already they are getting up to a huge advantage. And we can see that they're getting pushed into a corner here. If they keep... UCA needs to keep pushing and get all these boats pushed into a corner. In fact, they're a little bit messed up right now. Red's not fighting. And oh, they did prevent the dock too. It looks like a couple ships showed up just in time. So this is a rough start for UCA. A really nice play by DoD here, and it looks like they're going to push yellow off of water too. I feel like 1 ceasefire would have completely prevented all of this. And ooh, this is going to be close. Okay, she gets it and dies in the effort. Really brave lady. Land doesn't really matter. There is nothing going on land right now. And yes, that dock is dead. Yeah, might as well kill the dock there. But so UCA is already pushed off of builds the dock and then it's deconstructed right away. Yeah, they needed a ceasefire or 2, but probably 1 would definitely have been enough. Well, maybe not. Could have used 2. Well, if this ends up being a fast win for DoD, this sounds good for us, where we might be able to get through all of the games tonight. A little bit of raid here from Matrius, but nothing much going on. They are completely and utterly pushed off of water so easily. I would think if they're going to go with triple Zeus, they should have at least had like a little more of a plan than just robotically all going with restoration. Like they have 3 restoration, that's just completely useless. And already we see Sheltie is transitioning to land. And there's quite a bit of Prometheon still sitting around over here. We can, okay, he's transferring that back. Yeah, you're right. This is not very good gameplay at all. I can't believe they all 3 went restoration. That's very strange. I mean, even no matter how hard you try, if you don't have a ceasefire, you are getting pushed off. Somebody's getting pushed off water, and if one person is off of water, the other two will lose. Yellow's got boats he's trying to do here. Yeah, I agree with you that they should have done 2 ceasefires and 1 restoration, and that would have been all they would have needed. I am on F2, and coincidentally players on F2. We are in the other semifinals, which will hopefully be played this week, later on this week. So yeah, we see that UCA is already all on land, completely pushed off of water, except for Matrius, who's wasting resources in boats trying to win a triple, which isn't really worth it. I mean, he's doing a raid, but it's, I don't know, it's just not worth it. It's a lot of resources. And in fact, if they're not careful, oh, he's up heroic. I guess he's going to try to boom on land. You'd better win? We'll see. We could. We just need to play well. And he's upgraded his towers too. And Domitas like is going to be in her classical age forever. And Matrius is not so. I saw that Duke lost. I don't really pay too much to pay attention to basketball. It is. You got to really carry. We will be playing WKTA. Primarily a Latino clan, but they also have more, who is French. So Latino and French versus just a hodgepodge of people. Oh, we have a restoration being used. I guess if you're going to advance up restoration, you might as well make it worthwhile. Maybe do triple restoration on this one squad of boats. Panicked? Oh, not panic. Pain. Pain C12 with the big follow, the late night follow. They can use restoration again? I mean, you almost might as well. What else are you going to use it on? This isn't a good fight for him. Well, Red's not paying attention. Fox is running. There he goes. This is how, you know, this is boat micro. You try to move back the one boat that they're firing at. And Domitas advanced a lot faster than I thought he would. Are they related to GDM? I think there's probably some players for GDM that play for WKT, maybe. It's kind of hard to keep track of all those guys. They change nicknames like every other month, so it makes it hard to figure them all out. So this is a nice raid here. That kill does have a town center, and we now have Shelty advancing up to heroic age. I hope he doesn't try to make Behemoths, because they'll just get bolted. And Brickhead is up. Nice pressure on this side by Mr. Shelty. He's doing well. Queen is actually getting pushed back a little bit on land. And actually these boats are doing more damage than I thought they would. But as long as, if they're not hampering their fishing, it really isn't too much. I mean, sure, he's killing some boats, but at this point he's not fishing and everyone else on DoD is fishing. Okay, Idomitas is grabbing a town center, and I kill already has 2. I would anticipate that, yeah, DoD is grabbing some town centers. Well, Shelty's grabbing 2. Ooh, this is, he won't win it. Well, he might win this fight if Purple doesn't fight. There he goes. We have another restoration on these boats. I mean, yeah, I guess he got it. Alright, so Shelty turned this, well, it's kind of even. Purple kind of mismicroed a little bit there and ran headlong, getting, oh, watch out, there you go. So we actually have a little bit of a push on this side, actually. Seems like DoD was maybe a little bit slower than they should have to advance, but he did make BMS, and just I guess if you want to bring out the bolts, you can, but I don't know. I don't think that was worth it to make a couple behemoths. It's just, I guess they probably have food. I mean, if they're going to make like 6, that would be alright. We have a restoration being used here on, that's kind of important. You don't want to lose this. But it is just him. He's fighting against 2. Okay, should bolt this right here. Bolt, 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 bolt. He should be saying, hey guys, I need a bolt. Bolt this, please. He might save his town center, but to me the HP is worth it. Alright, well, if they're not going to bolt this one, they definitely better bolt this one. Or not. I guess they were saving bolt for next game. Yeah, I don't know. I guess what was the point, I suppose. But and see, this is now where kind of the problem is that Matrius has spent so much time investing on retaking water that he has nothing on land, and poor Domintas is getting doubled heavily and has no army and no base. And on the other side, Ikill is doing pretty good actually, considering what happened on water, but just Matrius is fighting water at the expense of purple dying, so it's not really worth it. And okay, we had Valor used somewhere. Not really sure where that got used. Fox used it. And Shelty used it. But yeah, I mean, this just... I guess he gotta try to do something on water, but it's kind of just too late. At this point, he really should have just gone heroic. And, like, he's not... Still not even advancing up to heroic. And I don't know what purple's gonna do. I mean, he's got nothing. And I mean, this is just too much. And there's no way Teal's gonna win his side faster than this. So feel like this game is probably winding down, and we're gonna see a very early 1-0 victory. If you're in chat, do you know whose map this was? Because that will tell me who the rest of the maps were. Like, I feel if this was, I don't know, it was UCA. It seems like they didn't really think it out very well. Like, I don't know, they obviously weren't ready for the triple Chronos. Who else is in my team? We have Player, we have Iron Maiden, we have Wiz, Sanji, and Pops, and Dark Risen, and 7-Up, though he's kind of inactive. And that's mainly our team. Yes, they chose maps, so in this best of 5, each team will get 2 maps. No, it's not random. Only the last game would be random if we get that far. But yes, so this is UCA's map. So the next 2 maps will be DoD's choices. Let me see the deconstruct on the tower. So UCA, and they're going to lose their home map, at least their first one, and hope that they can win one of the 2 next ones on DoD's maps to get this. And I will point out that the maps that can be chosen are any of the maps in the game, even the ones that aren't the standard. So we could even see like a Vinland Saga or a Team Migration. Are we the best 2 players? Not me. But Player's pretty good. He's one of the best players that's currently playing. But yeah, not me. I'm probably just kind of a little bit above average at this point, if even that. So we have the resignation. So Domintas is the first to throw in the towel, and the other 2 quickly follow suit. So that is game 1. We will update my scoreboard here real quick. Where did it go? Oh, you think I am? Well, I appreciate that. Hey, if we win, maybe I can argue. Maybe I can say that. When we win the tournament, not if. When we win, sure. Okay, alrighty. So we'll take a quick look at the post game. Really nice game from DoD there. They were definitely ready for what UCA was coming at them with. Probably number 3 ever, or at least 4. Well, a long time ago I was really good. But anyway. We shall move on to game 2, and this will be DoD's map. I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to choose. And Well, they chose Alfheim, so maybe not so excited. Me over Maiden. Don't let Maiden see this. He hasn't been playing though for a long. Well, even I don't really play much. But anyway, we are in Alfheim, the craggy, hilly cliffs. I don't know if you can really call a crag. Well, yeah, whatever. Anyway, on the bottom of the map here is DoD, and Fox is Isis. That's his standard god. Joe is Isis, and that's his standard god. And Shelty is Zeus, not quite as standard, but he's got a decent Zeus. And up on the top we have our flank is I Kill You Die. He's Ra. He normally plays Ra. And Harrow is Loki. Who knows? No spoilers, Dodd. This is Mr. Sigma. This is a mystery. You keep your spoilers out of here. Oh, wait, no, Harrow is not the middle. He's actually a flank. Our middle is Matrius as Zeus. So we had a couple player changes on, well, just one player change, I think. On, yeah, Domintas was subbed out. Harrow comes in, and this is DoD's map. And we have Joe has come in to take the place of, who did he replace? We had Shelty, Fox, and who else? I don't think Joe played. I'm already forgetting. See, I'm late. It's late, and I'm old. Alfheim. I don't know if we've had Alfheim yet on this. Yeah, old Alfheim with the cliffs and big cliffs too. Like they can stretch forever. I mean, it can just create choke points for days. And oh yeah, you're right, Brickhead. You're correct. Brickhead normally a Thor player. Thor not so good on this map generally because of, oh yes, Dodd won game 1 obviously. And good. I like that. You don't know what happens after. I like that because neither do I. One thing to always look for in Alfheim is the hunt amounts. It can actually vary. There's actually a 10% chance of getting like 20 to about 20 elk in your base, which obviously did not happen. And then we have the forward hunt, which will be deer and maybe aurochs. I don't see the aurochs spawn. Decent deer, but no aurochs, which kind of hurts because aurochs is what you need to get the higher hunt Alfheim spawn. So fairly low hunt, which is pretty standard. That's kind of the reason why we've got a lot of Egyptian, is they don't really need hunt so much, especially Ra, who will just use rain and do rainy stuff. And probably go up with Hathor and maybe do some really lame rock drops on the cliffs. Boy, I would really hate to see that. Do we actually have any town centers in cliff range from catapults? There's some really close. Maybe that one. I don't think that one. Not that one. Might only just be that one is in range of cliffs, because yeah, sometimes you'll see these really lame players that play Ra will fly over here and drop off catapults, and you're right. As the Greek, the rating here, well, he is up against the Loki though, so I think the fast heroic would be too risky for him. Should think about putting in some strategic walls here. This is an easy place to wall off right here and just get yourself a little bit of protection from the early Loki rush. I'd assume that Heimdall will get some Herseer. Oh, what's this relic? The Boots of Kick Everything improves hero speed. Oh, baby. Probably the best relic for Loki right there. It makes his Herseer run even faster. I would think that the fast heroic would be a little bit risky. I feel like the fast heroic Zeus against Loki here is too much of a risk because he'll get pushed in, he'd have enough food to advance, but not like super quickly because he'd be pushed off of hunt. And if the Loki can get enough hunt, he can probably advance like a semi-fast heroic and have all of the advantage. Doable, but I wouldn't suggest it, especially when I see that the Loki player now has the boots of kick everything, which already, what is it? How much speed does it give it? 0.4 speed. It might not, you know, on paper, oh, 0.4 speed, big deal, but that's a lot of speed is everything. I mean, you see why is Aranos so good? Simply because of speed. Oh man, did he? See, this is a huge mistake not walling this. Like if he just spends a little bit of villager time walling this. Oh, see, we're forcing out a bolt on a Hersier. And his villagers are all idle. And he's going to lose one for sure. Oh, okay, that's a nice building block. Okay, now you can delete it. Delete, there you go. Build it right here. But still no villager dead. We need to kill at least one villager here. And now this fat hero is kind of getting in the way. Okay, come on. You can get him. There you go. And now this guy is out of position. I don't know why you wouldn't wall. I mean, if you're... And I don't think this wall connects here. I don't think it'll be a big deal. But that's a problem. Is getting pushed off of Hunt. And getting pushed into the base. And yeah, he is not doing... not fast heroic here. Not at all. We're seeing 1-2 stables. Over here on the other side we are... What is... Ooh, is he fast heroicing though? Yes, Matrius is fast heroicing. And okay, are you talking Matrius? Yes, Matrius can. I'm sorry, I'm confused. For some reason I was thinking about Shelty. Yeah, Matrius... I agree with this. I agree with the pocket fast heroic. I just don't think that the damage that he'd do staying in classical would be worth it, especially when you're up against 2 Egyptians. The only thing he could have done would be like forward build and them just spank Shelty or try to, but an Ancestor's Eclipse would put an end to that anyway. So yeah, Matrius, that's a good idea to do the semi-fast heroic. We have the rain already. Well, 635 rain. I guess that's actually a little bit slower than normal. And Joe with a slow advance, 635. Say it's a little bit slower than what it should have been. And is he going to be able to finish this wall? Ooh, see what he should have done here when he was attacking this wall is also attack the gate. Because then it would have splashed all of this damage over to the gate and maybe over here too. Not a big deal, but... Gate walls kind of share hit points a little bit. So like... You can attack here, and if he were to attack here and here, probably all the way to this, they would end up lowering down to all of this same level of hit points right here. And you could wipe out this entire wall segment from here to here. And instead he only wipes out just a little bit. It's the little things that count. And then yeah, over here we're not seeing a whole lot of anything. I'd be interested to see how heavy of aggression Fox goes against the Ra. Kind of a slow advance, though. They really wanted to get their prosperities in. I would think the 830, 840 advance is a little bit too slow. Shelty, kind of the one upgrade you always want to get right away is your medium cavalry. Okay, there's a hero coming out. So Matrius is up at 750. You know, he might end up just doing a 2 town center to Mythic. That's with the advantage that Hero has over here. I would really consider all these cavalry are really getting in some bad spots here. He has to keep managing. That is a lot of extra hits on his cavalry. And in fact, if he does a little bit of a building block, a little bit too slow, but oh, there he goes. I think they can still skip out here. He's trying hard. Yeah, when you medium cavalry is always a big upgrade. That just seems like Hippocon. I don't know if just are pretty weak without that. So both are up Nephthys. Just a little push here to keep him back. We have a few extra priests, and he is getting 3 town centers. Did he scout that back hunt? No. This is actually some poor back scouting here. Like, there is a lot of hunt here that I'm sure he would love to have being at 3 town centers. But they did not scout it. We do have this scout back here for a very late game Underworld. Matrius also has Underworld for a late game. Okay, Harrow is probably going to be advancing up soon. I'd say this is a pretty strong advantage for UCA right now. Harrow can kind of ignore Shelty. In fact, he's kind of got him walled up, but we have a Pestilence, not Pestilence, Locust. Just killing just a couple villagers. In Age of Mythology, the Locust is not as strong. It's almost best to use it on farms. And what did he get? Two vills? That's just not a good use for Locust. I would save it for when Shelty transitions to farms, because that would really slow him down. Greek farms, not cheap. 75 wood a pop. I'm surprised that did not get another town center. I guess maybe he thought he needed to get as much aggression as he could. Oh, watch out. Because of Matrius going 3 town centers and not doing an army. Joe went 3 town centers. I don't know if that's in a response to him seeing... In fact, see, here is another mistake. They should be attacking the one that's partially built, because that will make all of these die faster. He's just walling everything off. This is what you need to do as Loki, though, is you can get so much map control just by walling off the corners, and that just prevents easy trade later on, and also just slows down purple trying to get out. Like we see, or not purple, yellow. We see yellow has like a superior army, but he's got to fight through so many walls, it's kind of pointless. You know, if I were DoD, I would think that our chances of winning are a double Ancestors Eclipse on probably the Ra player or the Greek, because it looks like he is just going straight up to Mythic without doing any heroic fight. Okay, is he? See, he's going up here for the hunt, or for the gold, but not to hunt. Like, I feel like DoD is kind of missing their advantage here, because Matrius does not have an army, and even though I kill his Ra, this is everything he's got is right here. And now that he's grabbing, yeah, I mean, he does not have much of an army. Like, if DoD pushes here with Harrow's army right over here, this could be a little problematic for I kill. He's getting double market up, which is actually, I tried that in one of my games, and it's good, but it really does make you vulnerable in Heroic Age. Because it's just, I mean, this is just so much food getting pumped into a very slow trade route, which 169 gold actually is not super awesome. Yeah, they do need some siege though, but minions are just so strong. He does have, see that's gonna slow them down though, as they don't have siege. And Harrow is probably getting up Mythic soon-ish. He does have his heroes down here now. Yeah, they just don't have, they needed more siege. Fox needed to get his siege out quicker, because now without having siege, even if they use Ancestors Eclipse here a couple times, they can just UCA can just sit back and just defend, because there's not enough siege to kill stuff. You have one siege ram, but siege rams actually do a decent job of killing each other. And what is Harrow doing? He is just booming. Is he, well, 2 town centers. Okay, he is almost up Mythic with Hell. I don't know. I would almost go with Tier here. Okay, we have the first Ancestors Eclipse. Who's the best team? With F2, of course. Okay, so we have Ancestor's Eclipse here. But not a lot. It was actually used a little too late because most of DoD's army died prior to Ancestor's Eclipse being used. Like, their army is nothing. They have 6 chariots, 7, and not enough to kill all the heroes. So, just too late to use. And yeah, the reason I'm questioning why he went up with... oh, I guess he can because Shelty wasted Bolt early on. So he can afford to go up with the old Nidhogg. He'd really like to use it right here on all these archers. He's going to win this fight anyway. I would like to see a little micro with his Loki, with his Hearse here, and run the one that's getting targeted. There he goes. See, they can't get hit when they're moved, so that's what you like to see. So Ancestor's Eclipse used, but pushed back, and pushed back pretty heavily. They just waited too long for their aggression, and now we have 3 Fire Giants just roasting everything. Yeah, things are looking pretty grim for DoD. I mean, when you got 2 ISIS, you kind of need to get your early push on, and they have not got their push on, and they don't have a trade route, and Kill already has a pretty significant one, but he's not empowering. Always empower your market. Always run a priest down. Yep, the Nidhogg has been used, and we need to see a Bellerophon show up somewhere. Yes, you can bolt the Nidhogg in the original AOM. It's so ridiculous. Okay, we have a Lightning Storm. We'll wipe out most of the Hearse here, but not so much on the Fire Giants because of all of their Pierce armor. Even the Nidhogg kind of withstands it pretty decently. Lightning Storm not so good against units with high armor because the lightning does pierce damage. So the high armor units like the Fire Giant, who's 80% pierce, I mean, that's your Lightning Storm is only doing 20% damage to these Fire Giants, so yeah, you can't, not good. It looks like UC Matrius is probably just getting ready for a Underworld well, maybe not. I mean, he doesn't really have an army, but he doesn't need one. Yes, Son of Osiris as well. Can be bolted in the original AOM. So yeah, the archaic God power can eliminate the Osiris and the Nidhogg. But yeah, I'm pretty worried for DoD here because, okay, so finally we have Bellerophon about to pop out. And there he is. And he will kill, well, you can't keep him in there though like that. The one thing in AOM is I do believe, I'd have to check the files to make sure, but Myth units most of them don't quite have as much of a negative multiplier against heroes as they do in the Titans. So Fire Giants can actually do decent damage to the Bellerophon. I think that is different. Alright, so he is just powering down this town center. I don't really know if that was worth it, really, to be honest. When you figure the town center is 600 resources plus villager time, and he lost all of his Fire Giants just to kill that town center, yeah, that was definitely not worth. Okay, here's the back underworld, though. This is a bit of a problem because all of Joe's army is not ready and is up there, and Bellerophon just hopping around. How are his armory upgrades? Kind of weird that he would get... Okay, so we have Ancestor's Eclipse used here by himself against a Bellerophon, and we also see that I Kill You Die has jumped through the base here, or the underworld here as well. So yeah, Bellerophon will kind of single-handedly eliminate the use of these. I don't know why of all armory upgrades he would get Burning Pitch before like his attack. Like, Burning Pitch really is kind of a sucky technology. It doesn't really do much. And we do have the mass mercenaries, but I don't imagine that Shelty, yeah, he's, dang it, does not have the greatest of eco, so, or not Shelty, this is Joe. And yeah, we see he's ran out of gold. And they will push this back. Alright. Here we go. And we'll destroy that, but yeah, I don't know. You're right. I never really understand the underworld on the Egyptian because the mercenaries can just pop out. It should have been up here where they were already pushing through anyway, like EU underworld right here. And what can he really do? I mean, already he's just so far behind. I mean, he's almost getting doubled up in score. So I don't think there's a whole lot that they're going to be able to do. Ceasefire will give them a minute of reprieve and probably enough time for this army to get here, but this army is mainly just siege towers. I mean, why in the world does he have 8 siege towers? Honestly, it'd be more useful if Shelty were to cast Underworld and put it right here, and then just have this army go through that. This should probably stalemate up here. What God do? I run Ra. Player mostly runs Zeus. Thank you for telling him, Mr. Sigma. Like to see him upgrade his walls, though. It does double their hit points. There he goes. Look, just as I'm talking about it, he gets his wall upgrade. Now, when I do talk about Flaming Pitch being useless, for the most part, it is a good technology to get for Ballista because it does improve Ballista a decent amount. Maybe I forget the exact amount of upgrade it gives, but it's maybe 15% or something. Alright, so these guys are all conglomerating on top of each other here, and nothing happening with these siege towers. For some reason he's got the Ballista shooting at the... Alright, now we have flaming weapons, which does affect Ballista. And he does have the upgraded siege technology, so this town center should melt pretty quickly. And we don't have really... This is pretty even down here. And this town center is destroyed. And green is also pushing at the same time right here on this town center. So, looks like DoD is about to fold here, and we will be at a 1-to-1. Kind of interesting that UCA loses their home map, and then DoD responds by losing their home map. So town center is down, and Harrow at 4 town centers really should have no problem. Almost needs a few more forward buildings to get some units, and yeah, we are seeing lots of fighting here. And blue is forward town center is dead, and this is a typical Egyptian versus Egyptian stalemate. Just mercenaries running at each other. Son of Osiris standing here just doing nothing. Well, there he goes. But yeah, so this game's almost over. The siege tower push and nothing else. Yeah, DoD just played it too passively. You gotta push as double ISIS. You can't sit back. Gotta do a double push. Why am I not playing this one? Because I'm not on these teams, man. I can't play for multiple teams. Okay, they can resign, so we can move on to game 3. Look at this Pharaoh. He's kind of wondering his existence, or the point of his existence. Who's the MVP of this game? I mean, probably Harrow, because his early aggression on Shelty kept Shelty completely locked up to do nothing, which allowed him to then, if Joe were to try to have pushed on Matrius, then Harrow could have just pushed over here and assisted over there. So Harrow's early aggression in putting Shelty in his base allowed Matrius to boom 3 town centers and get to heroic or mythic, which then allowed him to do all of his Zeus things. But what god should not be aggressive early? Well, Ra. I mean, it should just fast heroic. Isis, I mean, obviously is not aggressive until heroic, but heroic, the early heroic age is Isis's main power push. And DoD kind of just slid right past that power push stage to when it was too late to push, and then they weren't able to do anything. 3v1 where it's me against everyone. Yeah, I'd probably win. Real quick look at post game. You can just see this is Shelty's just so far behind. Look at military units. You can see UCA behind because they don't need it. And like, this is a huge military advantage, but they just didn't push. They just took so long, mainly because they didn't forward build. And by the time, you know, where was Joe's first Migdal? I think it was this one or maybe that one. By the time he gets way over here with elephants and siege, I mean, it takes like, what, 1 minute just to get over here? So, yeah, there's lack of early aggression kind of hurt them. But we will move on to game 3. But most gods need some level of early aggression in order to be competitive. Ra is a little bit of a turtle. Isis kind of, but not so much. Isis just gets that huge Ancestors Eclipse early heroic. Does this version of the game disrupt your usual playing style? A little bit, because you can't get H2 town centers. That's the big difference, is no H2 town centers. But fortunately for Ra, I mean, since I play Ra, I fast heroic anyway. And so this, I just fast heroic anyway. I just don't get a town center in H2. So, not a ton as far as that. It does affect other gods a lot more that would typically stay in classical age a little bit longer. But we'll move to game 3, which is going to be DoD's other home map. So, okay, we have a nice mix of civs here, and we are on Marsh. I think this is the first sighting, maybe, of Marsh on this. No, we do not have more players in 3v3. 3v3 has kind of become the standard team setting. I mean, sometimes you get 2v2 tournaments, but 3v3 is standard. You don't see 4v4. This just never really happened in AOM. Anyway, on the bottom is DoD, and they have replaced Shelty with Heimdall. Heimdall is Pocket Oranos. Matrius is 6v6, is on the edge. He's Zeus again. And wait, holy cow. Matrius is the other team. Let's restart here. Heimdall is actually a flank. Wow, I'm stupid. And he's Oranos. The pocket is Joe as Isis, and the other flank is Brickhead as Thor. So Brickhead and Heimdall are kind of... Brickhead played game 1, sat out game 2, now he's back. And now on the left we have the same team as game 2 for UCA. Hykill has so switched over to Odin, and Harrow has switched to Loki. And Matrius has... Well, Harrow hasn't switched, he's still Loki. Matrius is still Zeus. I find this I Kill You Die switch to Odin very peculiar. I'd stay as Ra. I don't see why you wouldn't stay as Ra. I mean, I know you get tons of hunt on this map, but I mean, Kill is not typically a Norse player. Plays Ra. I mean, Ra is pretty solid on every map. I mean, your only fear is that maybe your allies get doubled or tripled early, but you can always do some shifting shenanigans to kind of prevent that. You know, maybe shift a couple Oranos villagers early, something like that. So, kind of surprised to see this Odin pick, and I feel like Odin versus Loki. Oh no, this is Thor. Odin versus Thor is probably fairly even matchup, I suppose. I don't play enough Norse v Norse to really get like too intelligent of discussion about that or insight. But well, we do have the Isis pocket. You'd almost want the Isis to be on the edge in this situation, because your Isis, the early fast heroic pressure, as we saw, is very important, and as the pocket just takes so long to push somewhere. But you got your Oranos as the... Like, I would think you'd want your... Probably the best situation would be Thor to be pocket and Isis up here. You kind of want Oranos to be edge a little bit to get that early rating pressure. And over here you really can't complain. I mean, it doesn't really matter where these gods show up. But we do have a lot of relics on the map. So we'll see some pretty good ones. I'm looking to see if we got the boots that kick everything. Oh, this is actually a hidden really good one. Is Pygmalion statue increases villager hit points, especially in this in the hybrid patch when you can't make extra villagers age 2, which makes raiding typically a little more important. Especially in this map, we'll probably see a decent amount of raids. It's actually more villager hit points is actually pretty important. Especially if an Aranos gets it. You can't kill Aranos citizens with Pygmalion statue. And then if they're hero too, holy cow. It just takes forever. Okay. Joe is doing some funny stuff with his villagers. I don't know why he is sending so many villagers down here. The reason I'm questioning this is because the Pharaoh gives the 20% empowerment, but by splitting up his hunt like this, he's kind of costing himself empowerment. Like, I mean, I know you don't want to waste villager movement by sending them all up here, but I don't know, this is a little bit too much of a split for me. Kind of costing himself a little bit too much empowerment. Alrighty, so we're getting his Hero's getting his Herseer out like normal. Gets the Trios Bowl, which is completely useless for him. What in the world are you talking about, Wiz? Used to do 4v4? You're right, they did once in a while do 4v4. Quit spamming my chat with this nonsense. You better not be spoiling it saying that DoD is losing this. Oh yeah, you're right. I do remember him saying that. Which other god do I feel comfortable with? None. Maybe Isis, because Isis is pretty simple to play in this game setting. You just do fast heroic and ancestors eclipse somebody right away. A little bit harder is your pocket though. Oh, were they spamming that all throughout the game? Oh, hey, Jeff Ting, I didn't say hi to you. And remember, people, just no spoilers in the chat. That would be awesome. Matrius is surprised he ate this hunt first. Well, I guess this really isn't too much more fun. Yeah, I don't know. We need to figure that out because, yeah, that's a lot of Aranos. This is a very interesting wall here. Now he's just protecting this. I'm surprised Matrius did not go to this hunt first. Oh, here's just a tiny little raid. Very tiny, keeping these citizen or villagers to move. So this is, yeah, I like this a little bit better. This is going to be hard to keep track of, though. We're going to have raids coming out all sorts of different places. We got the Aranos. We got the Greek. Have I always played on F2? Yeah, this is my first view. I will always, as much as I can, do these recorded games so that I don't know what the results are. Okay, Matrius is doing a Centaur Strangle, so he's making Centaurs to do raids. It's a decent strategy if the Aranos can get in some good shockwaves on the. Okay, we have Forest Fire up here. Man, I like these raids. It's always a lot more back and forth. A lot of stuff to do. So we see actually a double coming down on the Oranos. Oh, almost got that one. Okay. Problem is if they need to find this. If they can find that down there, that would be fairly significant. Otherwise we see I kill up here looking for stuff to kill. You could actually pick off a couple of these priests. Oh, priests run away. They got a lot more line of sight than the raiding cavalry. Okay, he's moving his Billy's back. I feel like this, well, with Joe being all the way down here, it's going to be hard to get to these villagers. Pointlessly killing a tower for no reason. Like, I understand, yeah, let's kill a tower, but you kill this tower, what? In the grand scheme of things, what does it prove? Okay, Joe is up Nephthys. That is a very quick advance. That's 720. He is having to move off of his hunt. He really probably could have just repaired. It's got the super fast repair rate. He could have just repaired this with one villager and kept on hunting. And we are trying. He's trying to get on this. He being I kill is trying to get on this hunt right here. He's just a little too much defense and not quite able to get to it. Okay. So far we have seen that UCA is on the complete offensive, but that's normal because DoD has this ISIS. Yeah, this is going to hurt them though, having a pocket ISIS. It just makes the aggression so much slower. Like, really? What is the point of building a siege workshop here? I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to spend 2.5 minutes wandering your siege towers down here? Like, I feel like in this situation, you can't... The ISIS can't really do their standard just siege tower elephant chariot. Because by the time these go somewhere to attack, it'll probably be too late. I'd like to see them... Okay, so they are all three coming down to Heimdall right now. DoD is going to try to collapse on Heimdall, and they could get some damage in actually because... Ooh, this is a nice raid here though. This is a problem for Mr. Hero, and again, I always say this, is 1 or 2 walls can save a whole lot of trauma. I mean, you don't even have to wall the whole map, just put a wall like here and you can run in between. So this is a huge raid. This is all of Hero's hunt right as he is hitting heroic, and he's got idle vills too. Okay, the towers are upgraded just in time. I don't know if he's gonna try. Almost worth it, do flaming weapons. Okay, here is flaming weapons, and Joe responds with Ancestor's Eclipse. He is learning from me. So these first here need to get down on the Ancestor's Eclipse. A little bit of all these units, army are now running into each other. There we go. Ooh, these chariots, these centaurs are really brave attacking the blacksmiths. There they go. Okay. Feel like this is actually turning out pretty well so far for DoD, but here's the problem, is that, again, we have Joe with so much heavy units here. He's taking a while to get down all these slow fat units, but yeah, this is turning out very acceptable, I feel, for DoD. It's just a little bit slow to get down. Then they even have frost too if they need to. And I kill as also has frost. Very interesting. He just Heimdall does not have. Okay, we have a Valor being used, and now finally Joe's army has slowly showed up down here. Or did we get any more raids? No, I think all of Green's units had to come back. Okay. Boy, if they could find these 3 citizens, that would be significant. Hey, what's up, Zebchi? Kind of right in the middle of our 5-game series here. So this is the semifinals of the Hybrid Cup. We're looking at DoD versus UCA, and we are at game 3. And ooh, this is be an important town center to grab here if he's able to get it. He's also got some villagers right here too. He needs to run. He looks like he is. Yeah, they are running back now. Ooh, this well, he doesn't have Ancestor's Eclipse anymore, so this is just a little bit slow to get down. So yeah, I don't think he's going to get this town center, and here's the problem. Well, I've said this a few times. These slow units from Joe just take so long to get a double formed. Ooh, nice shockwave though. So while they can double, it just takes so long to get there, whereas up here, okay, Okay, this was like one of the worst frosts I've seen in a while. He got like 5 units. But a little bit of... I guess he did get the town center up. But he got what? I think he got 2. I think he got 2 units. He got a frost giant and a battle boar. Oh no, we got this over here. No, I think the frost giant froze him. So now because okay, this stack won't go too well though for Harrow. He needs to pull out of here. It's just a little too much archer fire, and green does have decent units, so we have a strong push here. Does Matrius have okay, he does have ceasefire, and Ikil still does have frost, so this is no big problem here. Oh, this is a nice raid here, getting a decent number of vills. But Harrow kind of wasting his army here. Ooh, would have been nice to pick off that battle boar with that. But I guess he's keeping green back while they kill the town center up here. And then if they need to, now that they have killed this one, Harrow can run down here, and so can Ikil. And okay, they are using ceasefire. I probably would have preferred to see frost first. And Ikil is already up age 4, and Brickhead probably quite a bit behind. Grabbing this town center was... How is Harrow... He's high score because as Loki, most of your points come from your kills and your myth unit spawns. Because you get the value of those myth units without ever having to pay for them. And also, as Loki, you can really just have pure dwarfs on gold, and because you can just buy your food if you need it. Loki's... I mean, I guess there's a lot of stuff in the game that's kind of simple to do. The Loki Herseer spam isn't necessarily the hardest thing to do. They might end up having to fill out a... Nah, not enough siege. So I was going to say they might have to frost this, but there's just not enough siege, I don't think. Well, okay. There you go. Ooh, Apollo is just up. Man, that was... If they could have gotten that town center before Apollo. Alright, now they're going to have to... You need to use frost here. What are they waiting for? I mean, Brickhead is way behind Ikil up here at the top, but the only way that DoD can win is by pushing through here. I'm surprised we didn't see a frost on all of this, just to ensure that Matrius doesn't fall behind. But I mean, there's just not enough follow-up though from DoD. We have these chariots actually picking off, or these Centaur picking off the chariots that are coming to show up. Here comes at least a hero, Mermillo. So, well, I guess frost maybe wasn't necessarily needed. How is he doing for his... Does he have both Pierce upgrades? Yes, he does. As Loki, you want to get your Pierce upgrades pretty quick. That is very beneficial. I guess now with the Loki here, he can keep the Aranos back long enough. And again, Joe, relying on very slow-moving units, will take forever to get here. He does have some chariots, but yeah. Okay, they are pushing off, and see this one Valkyrie spam can just completely demolish that right here. Yeah, Brickhead did not really have a good game this game either. This forward town center grab was just too risky. And really, it's just a strategical misplay. And it just goes back, to me, this game hinges on the slow unit composition of Joe with the primarily elephant siege tower. And you know that if Joe is coming down here, you're not going to get any help up here for when you get doubled. So taking this forward town center, put him back quite significantly. And while I've been watching down here, he's also lost his main town center. So he's only got one town center. He's got reg, but what's he gonna reg? I mean, what's he sitting at? 79 pop. So he's probably got what? Maybe 50 to 60 villagers. So yeah, he's not looking good. And yeah, even though you get that huge raid on Hero early, just the kill death ratio he gets, Loki versus Aranos, heroic age is just comical to see. And even classical age too can be a bit comical. Oh, we have this one. The Axeman raid. Yes. And again, we still just see slow moving Axemen, siege towers. Might be able to do some damage here, but we still got I-Kill holding on to Reg. And yeah, it just hurts so much having your Isis as a pocket here. Like if he's a flank, he can just do the typical, the Elephant Siege Tower Ancestors Eclipse push is pretty strong. Okay, Frost. He just wants to save his town center for the time being. But yeah, no, it's just amazing how little things like where players spawn can have such an effect on how the game gets played. Oh, Magic was streaming earlier? Always good. Nice to see lots of viewers, because Twitch is kind of the place to keep games alive. You get a ton of viewers. I mean, 200 people, that's more people than like were probably logged on to Voobly at that time. So it really is pretty amazing. Okay, so Matrius pushed, set back, losing his town center, but just the cost of Matrius, the cost of the push on Matrius was Brickhead falling way behind I-Kill. What should he do differently? I feel like in this case, if you're going to do your Elephant Siege Tower, you need to forward build. You can't build your first buildings here and here. And here we have Fimbulwinter has been used and will do damage. Okay, this is a nice, well, it would spawn right in the middle of all the heroes, but they will kill the heroes actually. And where did our other wolfies spawn? Did we get a spawn down here? I heard a wolf hollering somewhere. Should be 4 spawns, but I only see 2. Oh, there's one right here. Getting in on the attack. But that's to me, that's what Joe should have done differently, is do a forward build somewhere. I know you run a little bit of a risk getting caught out on your way, but just the aggression from here just takes too long. And he would have been better off just doing like a boom. Because even though he made an army, he still let his allies get doubled. Like first, Heimdall got, well, actually tripled. And then once Joe moves around here, the faster armies from UCA just move up here, and then Brickhead gets doubled. So DoD's still trying to fight. They actually aren't crazy behind in score, but I-Kill still has the massive upcoming Ragnarok on its way. Little shockwave just to kind of pointlessly kill units. And Harrow is taking control of the map, building all over. This is what you want to do. Is Norse is just whoa, I almost spilled my water on my keyboard. It's forward build and just be annoying. Matrius is advanced. With Hera, he's probably going to save Lightning Storm for Brickhead's miserable Ragnar. Look at his economy upgrades. They are almost non-existent. Show up and making Osiris. Yeah, Joe just has to forward build in this situation. Okay, we have lightning being used here. I guess it prevents this town center being built, and maybe we'll be able to kill this, possibly. But not so sure about that lightning. And I don't know. I guess all he's really trying to do is just survive long enough for this side to win. But yeah, the reg. Let's take a look at I kill. How can DoD come back? When you're playing good teams like this, they're oh wow. Well, they can come back with raids like this, and well, here comes the Wolfies. There we go. Wolfies are pretty strong in the AOM. This does have auto. What was a raiding chariot army here seems to have disappeared. How much does it do in total max? I forget. It's kind of just limited to its time length. It does have a limit, but it usually won't ever reach it. It just runs out of time before it's able to get to that point. Okay, we have the push here. Ikill's probably waiting now a little bit too long for his reg. I mean, you see him at 62, 6,200 points, but okay, now the reg looks like it's coming. I would have probably gotten it before I lost my forward town center. Okay, and Matrius does have the underworld, and here comes the Wolfies. Yeah, they're a little bit strong. They're pretty decent on AOM. Yeah, we're looking at, well, I can't see. They're, yeah, almost up to 40. Yeah, they'll pop up to 40 attack. And then we've still got all this side build here on the trade. Okay, here's the underworld there, so like if he wants to defend against this, he has to leave here. So really, Matrius can kill this forward base, and then where did the underworld go? Oh, it's the underworld for the reg. All right. Well. Oh, is this catapult gonna get? Oh man, almost. They almost didn't catch that catapult in time. But we do see green has also used his Ragnarok as well. He might be able to. Yeah, you need to sit back with the reg and do your towers and counters. But the problem is in team games, there's generally so many places Ragnarok can go. It just is so much, costs so much resources to fortify everywhere, and especially as Atlantean, end of the game your economy is worse, and so you really can't afford to build up. And yeah, we see he loses his back base, and then now he's just not going to have the population to really fight this for very long. Yeah, you do have to exploit pathing, and walls are always good. It's easier to combat reg in 1v1, I feel like, because you can, yeah, wall off, especially on certain maps. Does he have his armor? Yeah, not yet. Is he getting them? Yeah, he is getting them, just a little bit slow. Purple has some armory ups. Arrow has, yeah, he's got all line 2. Reg is pretty decent armory ups. Where did Ikill's Reg go? There it is. What did he send him out of the underworld or what? Like his Reg is kind of like his Ragnarok should not be on the defensive here. But they are. For some, I don't even know where these guys are going. Like he's allowing, with his Reg being so badly positioned, he's allowing red to lose all of his dwarves. I mean, this is a lot of dwarves here. And now Joe is hoping down here. He needs to get some forward builds though. Like I kill is at high score, but he in fact all Brickhead is behind here is he's just behind only the hack upgrade. So actually this Reg Brickhead versus I kill Reg actually went pretty decently for as good as really it could have for Brickhead, because I kill just waited too long. He needed to use Reg before he lost his town center. And now Matrius is facing a double. What did Matrius bolt? Like, why would you not save it for an Osiris? How did my parents feed us and his siblings? Well, Dad worked a lot and Mom cooked. We have a little bit of a Reg raid here. Okay, here comes the Balder Rams coming in. That they will probably be nicely countered by these units here. Yeah, this is Harrow is actually faltering pretty quickly here. He does have this, it's all blocked off, but UCA is kind of frittering away their advantage. This game is actually getting interesting. I feel like Brickhead probably still too far behind though, because the problem is he does not have a trade and Ikill does. So Ikill will be able to bounce back from his Ragnarok pretty quick, and Brickhead not so much. Like Brickhead I think is housed right now, because yeah, these Rams came in and just attacked all the houses. So Brickhead is housed really heavily, and what's sad is that Brickhead, who is getting spanked for most of the game, has actually got the high score on his team. Did pretty good damage with his Ragnarok, and even these few Rags here are really doing a lot of work on these Dwarfies. Did he get... Okay, I was wondering. I thought he did get the Pygmalion upgrade, because that Dwarf was kind of going toe-to-toe with that Rag. Alrighty. Ooh, so Harrow did kill this back town center, and Brickhead only at 2 and just so far behind in his economy. Like, Ikill probably has... Yeah, look at his resources. Like, he actually has too much economy going on right now, because he doesn't have really the army to push, at least for now. As soon as he gets down here and gets this town center, it'll be all over. Meanwhile, Matrius is pretty much doing a double down here, taking on Heimdall and Joe. So yeah, this back build will kind of put an end to Brickhead here. Yeah, they can't make a Titan. This is hybrid patch, no Titans. So yeah, Brickhead is going to fall pretty much now. And UCA kind of had a little bit of frittering away with the Ragnarok by Ikill. Did not quite do enough, but they're just so far ahead, even though DoD had some decent maneuvers, just aren't able to do anything. And just Joe just kind of non-existent as the pocket in this game. Oh, this is where all his pop is. Does he have all the upgrades he does? That Dwarven Augur technology always kind of reminded me of a penis. I mean, you can't tell me it kind of doesn't look like one. It's perverts. Now Rams are pretty solid because of the lack of attack. Like the biggest problem with Rams and Titans is all of the units that got attack bonuses versus siege, and that basically eliminated the Rams' effectiveness. Like, they just disappeared. because they don't have much hit points as it is, and when they're getting melted by all the units that do attack damage versus siege, it's kind of makes them a little bit obsolete. But you can see here they're just completely raising all of IKill's base. Oh jeez, that's just so entertaining. So if DoD could resign now, that would be awesome, because they aren't gonna win this. Hey, I like that. Looks like what am I thinking? No, not grapefruit. Is this best of 5? It is. Yes, yes. So this series is not done with this game. They are doing a best of 5, and our next map will be UCA's home map. So UCA's advantage, assuming that they have a map planned, and maybe they can finish off DoD and 4 after losing the first game pretty heavily, actually. Heimdall at 0 settlements. Brickhead 0 settlements. Usually when 2 of your 3 players are at 0 settlements, your chances of winning are a little bit low. Look at all that resources. You're right. They kind of, UCA kind of frittered away their advantage a little bit. I feel like it was the I killed delaying it. We are on the same page. The delayed rag. No, yes, Loki is a better pocket than Isis, mainly because of the speed with which Loki's power units can move the map. Isis needs elephants and rams to push. Loki just needs Herseer, and we all know what the speed combination or comparison is. So that is game 3 in our best of 5. UCA has emerged as victor, and they are up 2-1. So this is now a game point for UCA here. Do a quick look of our post game. Actually, it wasn't 114 to only like a 90 Vil reg. All resources, yeah, it's just look at all the resources there. You just recovered way so much faster than Brickhead. Team stats, units killed. Matrius taking on that double for so long, got all of his units killed. And Harrow, actually a 1-to-1 killed loss there. And for those Nulgath with the follow. And just remember, as we're getting into game 4 here, please keep the spoilers out of the chat if you know the results, because I don't, and I'm sure there's a few people here that don't either. So we will move on to game 4, and yes, I am the Popo by day for right now. I'm from the FBI. No, those guys are mostly incompetent fools. So game 4 on Tundra. UCA's home map, and UCA is on our right this time. Good morning, Harrow. No spoilers, please. I know you're on the team. No spoilers, please, and thank you. So Domitas is down on the bottom of UCA, and he is Zeus. Our pocket is I kill, and he is now Loki. And our top player is Harrow. He is Loki as well, and he's just showed up in the chat. Is he going to watch himself suck this game up, or is he going to be awesome? We will not know until later. And on the left is DoD. We've got Brickhead as Thor. We've got Shelty as Loki. And we've got Fox as Aranos. So Joe has taken a seat. Fox has reappeared, and Fox is playing Aranos. And yeah, they've got Domitas in instead of Matrius. It is a bit peculiar. Maybe UCA knows they're going to win this game. Maybe they got some sort of secret strategy for their home Tundra map. And Domitas is key to it. But sometimes when it comes to these team tournaments and stuff, holy cow! Look at all this. Like berry heaven like here. I mean, maybe all the deer and elk and caribou are coming over here to eat the berries or something. But this is quite the pack of berry bushes here. The problem is berry bushes gather slow, and this is just a pathing and nightmare right here. I mean, you're gonna have to kill the animals to get to the pathing, but then when you're getting the animals, you have to be walking around the berries. So this looks awesome, but it's also kind of in the middle. So great place, but it's also a great place to lose a lot of villagers. And berries aren't very fast to gather anyway. But if they can hold this spot, I mean, you got food for days. Ooh, this is nice Auroch spawn here. So we got the double Loki, right? Yeah. Double Loki on UCA's side. So Loki, we actually got 4 Norse, 1 Uranus, and 1 Zeus. I like... Well... I was gonna say, Zeus, Loki, Loki. You can't really argue with that. Not on Tundra, that's for sure. Yeah, berries for days. I love berries. Raspberries are awesome. Strawberries, awesome. Blueberries, they're pretty good. Fruits. But yeah, I love me some raspberries. My parents got some that grow out on their farm, and raspberries are good. Domadas is bolted. Oh, so no, not cranberry. Bolted the Ulsark to slow down Shelty's advance. Is it worth? Probably. Well, dairies don't... You do need micro, though, because for some reason, villagers that gather from berries, when the last berry runs out, like, I would think their natural inclination would be to move to the next berry, but it isn't. It actually seems like they purposely walk as far as they can to get to the next berry. It's really strange. So you have to watch your vills when they're done with their berries. I mean, if the bolt on the Ulfsark can allow UCA get early map control, it's worth it. But you're right, in team games, stuff like that doesn't quite have as much of an effect, but it can. But yeah, the key to this game here will just be who can push the other team off of Hunt faster. And if that bolt is able to do that, then it's decent, worth it. But and yeah, we got a few people in chat putting in some tidbits. Tech player, very good point that if your temple is in outside of town center range, you can do that. But I do disagree a little bit for being laid up in team games. Normally, in a hybrid, it's a little bit more fast paced, so the delay is a little bit more important. But still not super huge. But I see they got this scouted, so we are going to see Shelty getting pushed off of Hunt first, and that is very significant. You get pushed off of the fastest gathering resource in the game, and he's getting doubled. Brickhead is he's also kind of behind in the unit production here. And actually doing a decent job of defending so far, but that will only last so long. The idle vills is going to result in some idle military time. Brickhead is kind of noticing this a little bit late. You trim your armpit hair for the first time? Okay. We in the chat and the stream are happy to know that. Trimming does... Oh, it's prickly? Yeah, see, I'm not much of a hairy dude, so I don't really need to shave. I soy de Brazil. Well, good to see you, man. Welcome from Brazil. All Hunt does gather the same. Yes, it's not like an Auroch gathers faster than a caribou. Yeah, I'm not a hairy dude. Fish is slower and actually substantially slower. Wow, this is some bold gathering up here. We have a couple healing springs used back here. So the healing spring, you'll want to move back and heal your low HP units. Yellow's getting a little bit okay. So actually he did not lose a Herseer here. So this is kind of just a little bit of posturing. Fish is... Now cows actually gather faster than farms. Farms at its base is the slowest gathering. But as upgrades get going, if farming is faster than herdables, I think in Mythic and Heroic, I think they're pretty similar. But fish is fast. Okay, yeah, I read it backwards. You got me confused for some reason, or I confused myself. But anyway, we got a little bit of nudging back here. This raid here, they actually kind of this all in on the hunt actually did not end up pushing Blue off yet. Now he's finally getting pushed at the 7-minute mark. Finally getting pushed off of hunt, and Fox with his unit spam is looking. What is the Greek doing? The Greek is going with pure cavalry. That is what you said. You're very right. Correct, wife beater. Just pure cavalry. Surprised to not see centaurs. Oh, no. Fish is not the best. Fish is worst. No, at max upgrades, farming is much better than fishing. Fishing really falls off late game. No, and fishing Mythic Age is not worth it unless maybe it's right next to the dock. But yeah, as the game goes on, farming becomes exponentially better because of the upgrades give more carrying capacity. And villagers will walk, I think, 4 times every time they drop off food. So they like move from the farm 4 times, and that does not change as they get higher gathering capacity. That's why husbandry is so strong. But anyway, a little bit EV economy. His name is WRP beater, but I think that's short for wife beater. And the RPs is just to throw it off. Yeah, fishing Mythic is almost never worth it. Not saying you should just delete all your boats right away. You need to have some sort of transition, but nah, fishing. But their gather rate is not that fast. Heroic Age, it's probably worth. Oh, this is a nice raid here on UCA Hero. Oh man, this is a huge raid. Ooh. Oh yeah, that forced out the ceasefire. That was that would probably end the game. Oh goodness. Holy cow. Dropping my headset, scratching my head. But yeah, those ceasefires, yeah. Oof. Yeah, cuz you're right, cuz now you can get double flaming weapons and no cease, but you had to, because if they don't cease that, no heroic for arrow. Nice little back build here. I do like to see the spy used on the Herseer, because then you can see where the army is. I feel like that is actually more important than spy on villagers. You just kind of have to get out of here, though, before he gets walled in. Does he quite get off? No, not quite enough hit points on that top wall there. And how about you pick off the ox guard on your way out? Aww. I feel like Fox has not really done much this game. Like, he has a good score. He is aging up. But I think that when facing a Greek that is going pure cavalry, he should have been able to do more damage than what he did. I mean, this man, he just, all these This out here is so risky. Man, this is so annoying too, getting your houses killed as a Norse. Same thing, so yeah, Sheltie, he got his unit spied, so they always know where his army is, and yeah, that is quite a lot of oh man, and now the gold is down here too. Holy cow. That is huge. Okay, this is gonna be a decent, if he fights in these rocks, this is actually a good battle for Foxy, and okay, just to win the battle that was already going to be won. Alright. This is a pretty close game here. DoD has the advantage because of the lack of ceasefire. We can get 2 flaming weapons. But Foxy, just not doing enough damage, I feel. And this is a risky fight for DoD here. This is I'd say not worth for DoD. Oh man, they don't. We've got flaming weapons from Sheltie. He doesn't want to use it. Oh, that was a terrible fight for DoD. Oh, that's basically all of Fox's army and most of Sheltie's. And wow, we can see what DoD was a couple hundred points in team game average ahead. And now they are behind just based on that fight. No, I feel like UCA should have. There was some poor positioning here with the units, but that was not a good fight. And your Sheltie's, yeah. Oh, nice raid here. Yeah, now Sheltie. See, now Sheltie's in a bit of a bind because his army just died and he's getting raided on his gold, which is going to make it harder for. Oh man, and there's still this spy on these villagers. Yeah, that was a huge fight down there. I mean, just compare. Yeah, wow, that's just a huge army. Brickhead, going really heavy. Am I one of those? No, I am not one of those. I mean, first off, I'm not age 55, so. But yeah, my wife and I, we are pretty careful with our money. And oh, we've got a raid on our. But I did just buy a new car. Not actually new, used. I'm not gonna buy a new car. It's a waste of money. Yeah, I just can't do enough damage there just because of all the Herseers defending. So DoD did actually spring back. Yes, I got a month to save up. They are back in the score lead. Ooh, they will get it. I think that's mainly because Brickhead is up. Mythic and Fox. The Atlantic always gets nice score line, but Atlanteans falls off. Okay, that is a very quick. Oh man, we got flaming weapons used back here. Oh, this is a nice flaming weapons just to kill that and also get. I think he was trying to get Fimbulwinter in before Brickhead used Ragnarok. I think that's what happened there. So the Fimbulwinter not quite as much of an effect as it could have. But they are going to kill that forward here. The kind of car I got, it's a Ford Escape. Kind of a mama SUV car. Since my wife is a mama. And they will not quite get that town center down. But I don't know if this reg is worth it. Oh, how many vills, or what kind of a pop is Brickhead sitting at here? 188 bop after his reg? Yeah, that's not worth it. And you're having an Atlantean that's going to be falling off heavily in late game. And we've got Ikill's Nidhogg is just trying to sit on the gold back here. And right now Shelty trying to get gold. He's up here. I don't... Son of Cyrus the best single unit? Yes. And then probably Bellerophon next. Yeah, this rig, I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan. Now we have Shelty with flaming weapons, a very weak flaming weapons. This flaming weapon just just is good too. Nah, Cyrus is I'd say probably a little better than Bellerophon, and he doesn't cost pop either. But kind of a poor flaming weapons because what really doesn't accomplish anything. What's he getting? He's making I kill retreat, but that's not a big deal. Do you have Wolfies here and here? Yeah, okay, this town center is down. Hero does not have a whole lot left, but you figure that Brickhead won't either. The key is, what can they do here? Oh, this is a nice raid here, though. Man, this game is kind of back and forth. Domintas, kind of surprised at how far behind he is. Like, Fox never really pushed him or raided him a whole lot, but Domintas is just a little bit behind it. The key is if they can hold here. Do they still have ceasefire? No, they don't. Brickhead has flaming weapons. Ikill does have flaming, or Brickhead has frost. Ikill is flaming weapons, but I mean doesn't have an army, or where is his army? Oh, it's back here. Oh, it's kind of a kamikaze game here. This is getting kind of exciting here. It looks grim for UCA, but Brickhead won't have much soon. And Foxy isn't doing a whole lot. Okay, we have a frost. Yeah, he needed to frost that because he can't let Ikill get that town center. But so they have green has pushed back. There was some green units up here helping to defend. Ikill just needs to, if Ikill can get this town center back pretty quickly, I think UCA will be okay. Hero's economy is still alright. The thing is with Loki, you can still do damage when you don't have pop, but he looks like Hero does not have an army either. Nidhogg here kind of saved this army actually. He needed to stay. I don't know where the Nidhogg ran off to. He needs to stay. He's checking this gold mine. He needs to get right here. This town center is actually pretty important. And I don't think he'll get it now. Oh, he's going to stumble right into that villager grouping there. Oh man, this game is on a nice edge. I feel like his... Oh, Hero is really... getting himself pound. Oh, can't lose this ox cart. Okay, that's full HP. Oh, watch out for your Nidhogg though. These birds will completely destroy it. Oh well, if Shelty would kind of run his villas here, he's kind of allowing. A Golden Axe cosplay, yeah, a little bit. Except that Golden Axe usually would have at least an army of Herseer roaming around. But Fox is still age 3. I don't know why Shelty did not run his army. Like Shelty also is way behind too. Like we see that he is essentially the same score line as Hero, but Hero has no armor. Man, Hero has almost nothing. Resources tributed. Economy. So none. Nope. Nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fox should be. There's no reason Fox should be in heroic right now. He should be in mythic, like a while ago. Boy, if Brickhead can find this, yeah, Fox and Domitas are like equally ineffective this game. I don't know if they can withstand this push though. You're on Twitch now. Liberal arts. Fuck. oh, this is Harold's army right here. These can do some. Oh, Feistus. Okay, so green needs to just full out defend right here. This is where they need to. This is their stand here. If Harold can just do absolute massacre on these villagers, that's gonna keep Shelty from being able to manage your. Yeah, there you go. Okay. See how long it takes. Oh, Shelty recognized, but these wolves have so fast a closing speed, they will massacre all of this too. It's your E-Trade name too. Oh man. Alright, this is the push right here, and Green, I don't know where Green was walking from, but it looks like he walked from over here, which is kind of the wrong way to go. Nice little shockwave there. These wolfies need to find more vills to kill. Like, Shelty has almost nothing to... Holy crap. Yeah, this is big right here. If they defend this, I feel like UCA will go on to win. And it looks like they are defending. If late game Greek gets his act together. I mean, Fox is at 5,000 score. Holy cow. If the Greek can just get Myrmidons. I don't know what's with all these Hippospist. Oh, we have a flaming weapons being used to defend here. We have these wolfies trying to, if they can cut this trade a little bit. Oh, I think he might be coming up to this gold mine. Okay, yeah. Man. Yeah, these wolves are, ooh. Watch out, watch out, no! There you go. These birds back here. So they temporary, do we still have frost? No, we don't have frost. Oh yeah, he used it in the back. Oh, and Domitas still has Underworld. Oh, we're having a few villagers dying here. He's trying to save them with this rag. We have idols here. This is another key spot. There you go. I mean, I guess Harold has nothing else to do other than just manage his units. But here's the problem right now, is Brickhead has nothing. And this raid is forcing most of Shelty to go back. And he just, because of all his raids on gold, Shelty does not have any resources to replenish his army. So even though Fox is like way ahead of everybody else, he's Atlantean. And Atlantean late game units are just not good. So he has 5 pop, but you can't do a lot with it. And really, this push here, I don't know. I guess he has to push somewhere, but... Oh, and now Hero even has his... Here's the Wolfies. Yeah, and team game... Okay, I was going to say, I was looking back here and like, it's almost worth it to Vortex back here and kill these town centers, but... Okay, he does have decent siege. He just can't lose his base here. Okay, this is a pretty decent fight for Harrow, actually. If he can get all of his Herseer on the Flame Fire Giants. Oh, and he's killing that town center too. Like, Brickhead just has nothing. Okay, is he holding this? Yeah, he is holding there. They will kill that. It's just, the problem is if you could like pick and choose his army, like he really doesn't want this to be Vortex. He just wants his siege army to Vortex. It's okay. That is withstanding here. Oh, here's the underworld right here. That's gonna finish off Brickhead. Oh. Fox 200, but Atlantean late game. So with this underworld here, we know Brickhead is never coming back, and Shelty is just so far behind. He lost so many villagers, and he has been at one town center all game, which is the problem. And Harrow back at 0 town centers, but no big deal. Oh, and he's got a Vortex to defend this. Vortex, such a good god power in team games. Again, if you could only like choose to like who won the first game, that was DoD. DoD won the first game in it pretty easily actually. All right, so that will, I think he needs to kill the villagers because they get the super repair speed on this underworld here. Kill the villagers. There you go. Now you got the underworld. Maybe. All right, now the villagers are dead. Needed to kill him a whole lot faster. Okay, underworld is gone. Did use up another vortex. DoD still in the score lead. Yes, and I kill is back here. Cannot push through this. That is a problem. But getting trade, actually kind of a terrible trade route. Like lots of trade, but this is a bad trade route here. Like why is he trading from here to here when he could have built his market and trading here to there? You probably get like twice as much gold. Ooh, and he's taking Harrow's town center. Are the Wolfies all dead? The Wolfies are dead. And now DoD is pushing back. The plot thickens. The underworld did not do as much damage as it could have. I don't know if you'd use it here or you use it on the Ranoth. But they will push this. Man, this is still a close game. But yeah, here I killed kind of not doing a whole lot right now. Yeah, you didn't get much value out of the underworld. I mean, they kind of used it at a location that was already being defended because Harrow was attacking here. Okay, struggling to push. Very. I don't like Matri or not Matrius. If this were Matrius, UCA would be a lot. Ooh, nice raid too, though. Ooh, nice raid. But Domitas, where are the Myrmidon? Oh wait, I forget. In hybrid, you can only make Myrmidons out of the fortress, so that is a problem. But this raid here is big. Yes, Underworld got nerfed in the patch because normally villagers' repair rate on Underworld is insane. It's ridiculous how fast they can repair, and that was nerfed in the patch. Ooh, nice push here. And this is forcing out the last Vortex, which is big, because Vortex is very important. Okay, there you go. Okay, actually, this is his army? Oof. These fire giants will sit on this for a while. Oh. Now Brickhead is kind of returning to the game. We need I kill to, now that they've pushed here, I kill actually needs to come up here and help defend up here. I like how this is just out of line of sight of this Hersier. He's still hunting at 29 minutes into the game. He needs to find some villas to get some damage on though. Oh, this is all of Fox's eco right here. Is all this trade. Yeah, this game is close, but Delmentas's late game Zeus is not quite amounting to what I thought it would be. Oh man, I think these wolves will kill these 3 Hersier. If they pick them off, pick one at a time and he can raid that. But Ikil needs to, where is his army? Like, this is the problem. Holy cow! He's got 7,000 resources in his bank. No wonder he has no army. He has 7,000 resources in his bank and he doesn't have 4 or 5 town centers yet. Oh, okay, now there's 4. I like these guys, just like posted up. Yep, he's got 7,000 resources, Harrow, and he's not giving you anything. And Delmentas is now getting pushed back. I think actually now, I didn't think DoD was going to win, but I killed kind of doing nothing at this late game, and even Delmentas too. I mean, what are we at? The 30-minute mark, and he's just now upgrading his units. Like, these guys were all medium just a bit ago. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, you need to, you're right, side build is important. The pushing through here is just so much work done here and trying here. Why would you sit on a ton of resources? You shouldn't, but it is a mistake that players make frequently. And even at the high level, because you're right, banked resources is a sign that you have way too much eco, which means you do not have a military, and that is obviously Ikil's problem right now, is he has no military. That's players about right, is you should generally have about 1k. If you got your 1k of everything, and that's fine. You get much more than that and you're doing a waste. How much pop does Harrow have? He's got 39. Yeah, I think this game is whittling towards the end. This is Harrow right here. Harrow. 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 And he's got a wall. And a temple. So that's it. Typically, the worst hoarding you see is from Egyptian players who get like 10k gold, but not a big deal because they're Egyptian and they can just make mercenaries forever. Shoot, yeah, I kill you dies. Well, even Delmentas, a little bit disappointing Greek play here. Game's not quite over yet, but it's headed that way, because now Brickhead has finally recovered from his Ragnarok, and he's got an army now. And Shelty has at least got 2 town centers, so he's got a little bit of an eco. Other right here, very juicy spot here. And it looks like we are going to game 5. Good for the excitement, bad for the sleep. What are we doing with armory upgrades? Holy cow, we're at 33 minutes and he's got the first line of the attack upgrade. How's that kill doing? Oh. Okay, he's at least got his upgrades. Harrow doesn't have an army, so I'm really not caring. He's got 1 armory upgrade. And Brickhead's got all the second line. And we've got unupgraded rams, not even Balder rams, just unupgraded rams. And these towers. So this was a back and forth game. It was nice game, a little bit sloppy from all sides, but back and forth. But unless something crazy happens, I don't see UCA pulling out, because they're now at what is it, 11, 13 to 4 town center. Yeah, 13 to 4 town center count. And I kill probably banking even more resource. Oh, no. Did he send some or something? Or did he send... Foxes did tribute a ton of resources too. Wait, Harrow is tributing resources. What a guy. What a guy. Probably all that wood he's gathering up here in the corner for no reason. And his rating is down to 1 lonely wolf. Yeah. If Matrius is in this game, UCA probably wins. Stomentos not really doing a whole lot. So these guys, you guys can resign. I don't like to fast forward, but we're kind of running towards the late night hours, and I got kids and a family and Bellerophon roaming around. Alright, your specialist charge back up. Run over there again. You mentioned something about a bug with Bellerophon. I mean, all units in a way bug out eventually in some ways, but I feel like Bellerophon... You're meaning like, is he running after a unit but not jumping? I think that's if he's in target range, but then his jump powers up, but he's still in like within his target range, so I think he still chases after him without jumping, in which case you have to like unassign and reassign and he'll jump. Maybe that's what you're talking about. I'm not sure. Okay, this game isn't going anywhere, so we are going to fast forward this last ending minutes of it, because UCA is fritter away their chances. But isn't he, if he's like in that range and it powers back up, he won't jump though? Maybe I'm wrong. Alright. Good push. Good push. Good push. Nice to see it. Alright. Let's save some time. Alright, view post game real quick. We're looking at Harrow has hit 5th. Shelty was joining him down 14 villagers at the 23-minute mark. This is such a Norse game. They're down just because of Atlantean. That's why. But I feel like though, even after this pathetic 50-ville reg, that the UCA should have won. I kill kind of probably the weaker link here. But it's alright. We are going to game 5, fellows. DoD 2, UCA 2. Now game 5 will be random, so unfortunately it does get a little bit of luck factor in here, because you kind of, the map can kind of favor certain... I was disappointed too. It was good for a while, but then people started scuffing. But yeah, so we got random going into game 5, and random leads into Ghost Lake. Well, that's not a bad map. So down in the bottom, we've got DoD, and we have Foxes is typical Isis, Brickhead is his Thor, and he's the Pocket, and Shelty is his Loki. So they all took their best gods. Pretty standard when you're running into a random map situation that they want to get their best gods. And we have on the top is a UCA, and I Kill You Die is Zeus. I Kill You Die really playing a whole lot of different gods. We have Harrow is Loki, and we've got Matrius is playing Uranus. I would think he would go Zeus. I'd also think I Kill You Die would go Ra. Or Isis. Like, Why would Matrius not go Zeus and I kill go Oranos? Interesting. Anyway, so Ghost Lake, let's see, we've got 2 gold mines in each base. That one's just kind of sitting out in the middle of nowhere. If you can consider that in the base. We've got, do we have some starting hunt, which Matrius is ignoring. And Shelty is, they're not Shelty. Arrow is getting his hunt. And we have found hunt for I kill. I don't know. Oh, you're at hunt up here. Okay, alright. There you go. But why is he on the berry? I think you'd have him hunt too. Or Matrius would. Oh, let's take a look and see what's going on the bottom. We're looking at our Shelty Loki player. He's looking for hunt. Okay, he knew that these were here already. This is a nice, actually a high hunt for Ghost Lake with all these boar spawning. It can be as few as, maybe Haggard can correct me, but 1 to 3, is it? And you can have 1 or 2 packs. And it looks like it is, or wait, these are both of his packs. Both his packs spawned in the same spot, didn't they? Yeah, so it looks like it's 2 packs of 2, which it can be 1 pack, I do believe, and as low as 1. So it can be a range of 1, 4, I think, to 6. And we've got 4, which is generous, and it looks like the secondary hunt is also decently sized, and it looks like it maybe these can spawn in either 1 or 2 groups. It looks like just 1 group of secondary hunt per player, so that could be 2. So moderate hunt, I guess, but good starting hunt. As far as strategy, so we got the ISIS on the flank. That's where they want him. Ghost Lake does kind of separate players a little bit, though, so it does make it a little bit longer for Fox to push. But they are closer as far as allies together, so that does minimize rating a little bit because it's easier to defend as a team. But definitely UCA is wanting aggression. You got your Aranos typical. Holy cow, 16 goats. Wow. 9, only 5, only 4, 7, and 7. So Matrius has wandered into all of the goats, apparently. He is a real goat whisperer. And he's got backberries. Those probably a little too risky to go to. His hunt is right here, which Harrow is eating. Matrius' secondary hunt, which is probably not the big deal because he's got all these goaties. So Fox is wide open in the front. They'll want to try to get a push on his forward hunt here to get him back off of it, because he wants to get as much hunt as he can to get his fast heroic age for an ISIS Ancestors Eclipse push. Brickhead has some nice hunt down here. Actually, this hunt is very nicely spawned for Shelty and Brickhead. Maybe this could be a little bit towards the back, but you could wall this off and be mostly safe. Almost up for 30. Getting close to being up. Philaranos Loki is a fairly even matchup. But it's kind of a snowbally thing. If the Loki can get some big kills and big myth unit spawns, it can really go south for the Aranos. But overall, pretty decently matched. And ooh, okay, we got Hero coming forward here, trying to push old Bricky off of Hunt. He can actually do some damage here because Bricky's only got the 1 Osark. So yeah, just kind of nudge. Whack a few times, run away, there you go. Whack a few, run away. And he sees the angle that Brickhead is going, so I don't know if he has that hunt scouted, but he should know that Brickhead is coming down here. I feel like Brickhead should have maybe juked him a little bit and ran this way and in. I hope he does not use Valor. Did he use Valor on his He did use Valor on his oracles. What a waste. I don't like that at all. Okay, they have scouted the hunt back there. Fox has more damage to myth units. What is the Zeus player doing up here? Fast heroic. Interesting. I don't like this. I don't like the Valor on the oracles. You want your Valor and your villager to get your 10% upgrade, and then you have a hero villager that builds faster too. Okay. These two lone Herseer trying to get this guy. He's running straight to the... Can he get in? Oh, I guess he doesn't want to get in. Oh, he's just... Okay. He lives. Bold man. Just kind of running through. I think kind of Hero anticipated that he was going to garrison in there and then, like, unattacked. Alright. A very interesting fast heroic. I'm assuming... Ooh, Apollo. Foxy is okay, getting ready for a big prosperity. Ooh. This was a good fight for UCA here. Oh, they're running. Would have thought they would have stayed a little bit longer. I guess, yeah, I guess there's equal Herseer, but now they can fight. Turn and fight now. Okay, he's healing those three guys up. So no real raids yet. I feel like the ISIS fast heroic has the advantage over the Greek fast heroic here. The Greek will probably need assistance from his allies. Okay, this is a nice Valkyrie spawn for Hero. That's what you want. Looks like Shelty got trolls instead. 2 of them. Okay, Shockwave just because. Okay, this fight turned out pretty decently for UCA. Well, you also were helped with the RNG there, not getting troll and getting a Valkyrie instead. But you guys did a nice win there. The raiding cavalry just, it's a tough go against Herseer. Look at you running back to heal all these dudes. Alright, so Fox is up Nephthys. And he is getting a town center. And a siege works. And a Migdol all the way back here. So he is forward, so this isn't such a large distance to traverse. He should be able to push through on the Underworld, or push against the Underworld Greek. Because Underworld, I mean, if he can get Ancestor's Eclipse out before Underworld, he should be able to do a one-on-one and win this. Okay, getting Siege works first, that is important. You want to get your Siege out first. So you can have 3 siege tower with your push here. So he needs to go as fast as he can. The problem is he does not want to get doubled. So this is where whoever's on the aggression is very important. And right now DoD is defensive on this side, which will allow Hero, as needed, to come up here and help defend. The raiding cavalry just aren't cutting it right now, but they do have spy on this, so that's good. So they have all that. They know where the army is. Again, I touched on it last game. Very useful as Loki to put your spy in an enemy raiding group. Yellow losing a few Herseer there. Blue could probably fight this. Yep. Purple up soon? No. Alright, so Hero's just coming up here just to slow down the aggression, it seems like. Boy, right, and don't forget Fox does have that that relic. 4 more damage against myth units. Looks like he's trying to push. This is a nicely placed actual, I'd have maybe even thrown a wall down in front too. But good to positioning to delay the attack, but Shelty needs to really start going now. Or not Shelty, Fox. Why am I getting these names mixed up? Yeah, Fox needs to go. Go, 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 go. I mean, just look at how few units Green has. He needs to attack. Especially, he sees this army is way out of position. Way down here. And Shelty is coming up as well. And we need to keep pushing through as quick as you can. No, he doesn't need to protect. He needs to go. Needs to push. Okay, getting a couple. Oh, this is a very cheeky. They have that scouted too. Nice little back build too by Harrow. The back build, you cannot underestimate the power of the back build. Shelty needs to keep pushing. He also should be building a wall here and maybe even like here to kind of give him something to fall back through. But we've got the units coming and he's got this scouted. So this is where the rest of his team being defensive is hurting him because he wants to do the Ancestors Eclipse. But he still can, actually. Because the minions... Ooh, his army's out of position right now. Oh, these should go up here. Oh, this ceasefire Ancestors Eclipse. Oh, that hurts. Nice prediction by iKill. That is rough. Whew. And just like that, Fox's push is gone. It takes balls to use your ceasefire preemptively. He basically predicted the use of the Ancestors Eclipse because of the surround that they had on Fox's army. And knew that the Ancestors Eclipse was going to come to save the army. And now Fox is just pulling back to kill this town center. But yeah, that was a huge, huge, huge play there. We got the Harrow got a strong raid down here. And he is using a, we got a combination, we got 3 flaming weapons used. We've got Harrow, Brickhead, and Shelty, all with flaming weapons. I feel like, what is Brickhead doing? Where is he going? Oh man, this was some terrible pathing by Brickhead here. He needed just to stay down here and fight while they were doing nothing up there. Wow. And then they just come up here and get shockwaved. That was gigantic too. That was some rough pathing. Because basically we had one, really you had 1 flaming weapons, got 2 flaming weapons out. And Fox is forced to defend here. Brickhead is up. What is with this mythic? Why is he doing this? I mean, what's he got? A 15 vil reg? I don't understand the value in this at all. Brickhead's pop with reg is 88. Like, why is he spending 2,000 resources on a 25 vil reg? Which puts even more, that was even a better flaming weapons than raid on the Golden. Harrow probably even thought that he killed, I mean, every dwarf he killed is 1 fewer reg. And again, you don't want your ISIS to be having to defend. I mean, you just look at how much pop is taken up in all of this and how long this takes to move across the map. And Matrius, I mean, somehow DoD is up in score. It's mainly through Fox. But, I mean, a lot of the score for Fox is kind of pointless right now because his army isn't doing anything. And Ikil is way behind, too. Like, this army is stupid. This is a stupid army. The Hippopists? What a dumb army. I guess he's got a... I guess you've got the reg. But, oh man, if he's going up with Hera, you don't make Hippopis. Or Hypaspis, however you say these. You shouldn't even make them just because I can't pronounce them. But you might as well just use, well, I guess you don't really quite need... Hypaspist? Yeah, probably. Ooh. I mean, what? Force fire? It's kind of doing nothing. Guess he's just gonna sit his Reg army back there right now. Alright, so I kill way behind the ISIS, but Harrow's got some nice back builds here. Let's see what Fox is at. He is at full pop. He's gonna have to carry. He's gotta carry because Brickhead, once this 17 unit army is down, he's gonna be a while before he has an army again. And Shelty, this is his army here. It's almost pure myth unit, which is good to a certain extent. Okay, we've got this push on this forward. Greek versus North 1v1. What unit should the Greek make first? I'm not really very well. Oh man, this is okay. Well, I guess yeah, you needed to do that. You needed to get that forward killed. Alright, but now we've got... These Hypaspists need to go. Why is he making all these Hypaspists for a 25 reg? Unupgraded. Like, as low as you can... Oh, I guess he does have medium. Whew. I mean, well, now that I say that, he is wandering himself into an army of Berserker. Hey, Harold. Your Atlantean buddy does need a few Herseer that you could send down here. That'd be a little beneficial. Oh man, Fox is trying. Boy, this town center is huge. But Harrow is pushing, going to kill Brickhead. I'm not sure this aggression is really worth... I guess if he kills this town center, Brickhead will never come back. But it's at a risk of Joe taking the game over. But this army is... This is interesting. Kind of a base race here. UCA is gambling that they can kill Shelty. And faster than Fox can kill them. What kind of god powers we got? Oh, we do have Underworld, so we actually might see an Underworld from here to up here. Maybe. Did I say Joe? I mean Fox. This game pretty close, but I mean, Brickhead, he's never going to do anything now. He's at 33 pop without a town center. And we got this army slowly coming. thought I was joking with the ceasefire and the Ancestors Eclipse. Fox needs to keep pushing. He also needs a few more. He needs to get some more siege. He needs to get his siege workshop up here. Like, every unit that is coming from here is not fighting. So he needs to build his, build his siege camps right here and stop making them out of this one. So now there are going to be almost really a triple down here in a way, since green is not up here. But Harrow is going to lose this base, but he's got this one. He's turned into a regular Golden Axe, which, if you don't know, Golden Axe is kind of famed. He's a Loki player, kind of famed for doing damage while having no base at all. This is a nice game to end on, but Fox just isn't pushing fast enough is the problem. He's got a lot of upgrades. Harrow's got a lot of upgrades on his towers or his buildings, which is taking this too long. Brickhead will be nowhere. Oh, dang it! Nowhere fast. And Sheltie is also falling as well. I feel like Fox maybe should have built down here because of this base that was getting built, because this back build is just completely ravaging. And really, the push on here is kind of pointless. So he kills Harrow's base. Big deal. Harrow is all down here doing all of his damage. And it's not like he's killing villagers. Harrow's got his few villagers up here, his gold miners there, and this is all he needs to be effective. So really what you've got going on here is DoD's best player in this game right now is just wasting his time attacking, kind of, in a way, UCA's least important location. This doesn't matter. Why push here? Big deal. And yeah, Fox is losing his forward now. And Sheltie is folding fast. Brickhead has nothing. And I don't think Fox is going to be a carry, because now Kill is finally mythic and is getting his act together. And oh, that is the resign. So that ceasefire to Ancestors Eclipse was fairly significant, I would have to say. Wow, nice game, nice series. I'm glad I didn't get this spoiled and was able to get through this. So well played by UCA. This was a night. They played a nice. This was a nice last game by them. I don't know if you could say easy clap when it's a 3-2, but nice last game. Withstood this Fox push, who was unfortunately kind of pushing the wrong player, pushing Harrow, who does not care about his base anyway. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the damage that a back build can do. As Norse, don't forget your back build. Harrow knows. He did it. But actually, really, what cost them the game was this 25 vil reg. Why? Why are you rushing to get your 30 vil reg? I don't know why you wouldn't just, if he takes his town centers and gets an army, Harrow can't do any of this. Really, if Brickhead stays heroic here and spends his 2,000 resources on an army, DoD probably wins, because I would say this does not happen. And sure, their push here isn't quite so strong, but the reg push didn't do anything. So yeah, I'm laying this game. The blame for this game is for Brickhead. If he doesn't go mythic and spends his 2,000 resources on a heroic army, gets this town center, this backfield never happens, and I think DoD wins. But I'm not saying that to take away from UCA. UCA played a good game, but this was a huge blunder, big blunder, and should have gone for SETI probably as well. But that main thing was the reg at 13 minutes with his 20. Well, you know what? Yeah, 25 Vilreg. I mean, it would have been 40, I guess. I mean, if he saves his villagers, I mean, 40 Vilreg, sure, maybe, but no, you just don't like it. So, we have one of our finalists is UCA is in the finals, and they will either play WKT or F2, who will hopefully we can get those games played this weekend, and then we will have the finals next weekend. How's that sound? So I'm going to turn this off unless we got any late questions here. But this was a nice series. I enjoyed it. And okay, we're done before. I was aiming to get done before midnight, so I'm glad we were able to do that. So nice series. So look at that. And again, right here, your reg and nothing. Even with the reg, what are they? They're still behind in army. So no, they went up a little bit. So, alright guys, well I appreciate all of you guys tuning in to watch the games. So, and we get a follow right as I'm turning off. The Underdoog has followed. Thanks for the follow, big guy, and I hope to see you on or around my stream later. Well, not today. Will I stream tomorrow night? Possibly. We do not know when the games are. Will I stream it live? Maybe. I didn't stream my last match because I didn't think I'd end up playing, and then I ended up playing. So maybe if I stream, I probably won't play. So I don't know. I don't know when. Why do you keep giving me this dog? Is this like some sort of meme I'm not understanding? Yeah, that fast rag. You're right, Mr. Gomez. Fast rag did not pay off. Alrighty, well, to all of my Twitchers and all of my YouTubers, I appreciate you guys tuning in and staying up with me on this Monday night. And I will catch all you guys later, probably this weekend, maybe tomorrow night, maybe not, but probably at some point this weekend. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your week. See ya.